Coming up, I fall off MrBeardstone's elevator. MrBeardstone! Stam spawns a Warden in my mine. Thanks, Stam. Appreciate you. And I accidentally launched some of the other members into space. Oh dear. Let's create. Welcome back to Just Create Season 2. Do you recognize this area? Well, it was previously a big old ice thing with a few chests on it and a handful of starter things. And now it's a big old grassy knoll with a tree farm, a wheat field and an animal pen. And while there might not look like there's a lot going on for my starter base, there's a whole bunch going on downstairs. But we'll get to that in a few minutes. Before we do anything, I want to talk about the disastrous start in the last episode. Remember that bit with the baby chickens? Look at that.
Wait, I see.
Yeah, that bit. Well, it shouldn't have gone like that, so I want to hop into a test world and figure out exactly what went wrong. You see, I've made quite a few mods for Minecraft in my time, specifically on Bedrock Edition, but on Java Edition as well. So when I decided to make the baby chicken and bring it into the game, I couldn't understand what could possibly go wrong. I mean, look at it. It's a tiny little square. It's very simple. It does very little at all. So how did I manage to get it to eat everyone? Well, it may have had something to do with I accidentally used the frog as the base layer for this thing. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe this is all just a ruse, but play along because it's fun. Where's he gone? Now, because I didn't want to overwrite the core mechanics of the game, I didn't want to take away from the original baby chickens that we've got. Bear in mind, we're on Minecraft 1.21.1, so we don't have the little baby cute mob update for the game, which is why I added it in the first place. What I didn't expect, though, was that it would eat everything, such as pigs, and villagers, and even wardens. So I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that it eats players. But what about the wither? Well, if I'm going to do this test, I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of jiggery-pokery to stop the wither actually escaping and going out of their range. But I've got a feeling if the wither doesn't kill those first, then yes, they'll probably be able to kill the wither. I probably shouldn't have done that. The wither's gone invisible. Well, this is not ideal. This didn't work out well at all. No, they can't kill the wither because they die too quickly. Well, I suppose that's one good thing. But what features did I give these things? Well, telling stories aside, they have a few features. First of all, if you're in survival mode and you go near one, they're going to stare at you and they're going to think about eating you, and after a certain amount of time, they will. They'll also eat you if you... Ow, see, like that, yeah. They'll also eat you if you look at them straight in the eye. And if that's not terrifying enough, well, if you're panicking about getting rid of them so you can get back to your stuff, every time you... Ow, stop it. Every time you punch one, or do enough damage not to kill it, it will duplicate, creating many, many, many more of these things. Because why not? I thought that would be fun. And if you're crazy enough to want to play with these baby chickens and add them to your world, there's a link to them. Ow. There's a link to this mod in the video description. So my first attempt at bringing something new and exciting into the Just Create world has failed miserably. Nobody likes these baby chickens, and they're going to have a bad time if they find them wandering about in survival. And I think the problem is that they're just not new enough. Now, I know the update for those literally just dropped, but there's something newer. Something newer that I intend to bring to the Just Create season in this very episode. But of course, a little bit later on, and hopefully this time, it all goes well, but I bet it doesn't. So now we're back safely on the Just Create server. I think it's about time we figured out how all of these things came to be, as in the grass on the roof, this tree farm, this wheat field, and my animal pen. And even more, the stuff downstairs. Because at the end of the last episode, I left you on a bit of a cliffhanger with me in a cave, in the deep dark with my tunnel bore, having a bit of a bad time. Fortunately for me, however, that bad time didn't last too long and I was able to use my tunnel bore in quite a few different locations. First of all, I used it to gather a whole bunch of stone and all of the good things that appear at stone level in the world, before taking it downstairs into the deep dark levels and digging out a whole bunch of that, which just happened to be running through an iron vein as well. And of course, while I was doing that, I was also collecting all of the ores that it was leaving behind with my Silk Touch diamond pickaxe, which means I've got a whole bunch of them now. And while I was down in that deep slate level mining all of that fancy stuff, MrBeardstone and Stam popped along to spawn me a Warden. Good morning.
Oh,
you got a fairly big one.
yeah. He's got a much bigger teleport.
Oh, look, 3 diamonds.
I need pattern schematic. Don't you even think about it, Stam.
No, sorry.
He's definitely thinking about
To
it.
do the torches, MrBeardstone. Pattern schematic, torch placement. That's what we need.
Oh, does it work?
I don't know. I'm going to figure it out this episode.
It should work.
Oh. If it does work, let me know.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick a deployer on the back. So, like, directly behind it. So it's made a bridge already, like here. Deployer on
and
it,
then, like,
pattern
every 6 blocks.
Yeah, well, I was going to do
thing.
8, but 6, yeah, 6 makes sense.
Well, I was just saying a number, Foxy, I'll be honest.
Oh, I so was I. But 8 was just the number that was in my mind. But 6 might be right. It's half of 12.
Nice.
I mean, you could probably do 30 blocks apart.
No, because torches only have a spread of 12. I've got such a squirrely mess of, like, staircases to get down to here to try and avoid going under other people's bits. I think I'm underneath mine, but I'm not sure. There's a shrieker there, MrBeardstone. I won't go.
Yeah, I know. That's why I went over there.
Oh, now look what you've done. I've already set that one off twice.
Oh, do you want to go set it off again? Or do you want me to set it off twice more?
No, I'm quite enjoying this, peaceful mining thing while I'm listening to my podcast. It's quite nice, really. Wow. Don't do it, because Stam will take it seriously and Stam will actually do it. Stam doesn't know where the joke lines are. Oh, here we go. Thanks, Stam. Appreciate you.
He has actually spawned a Warden for you, hasn't he?
I know. Yeah. It hopefully won't be able to get through the hole. As always, I appreciate everything you do for me.
Look at Foxy with his poor man's gold backpack.
This is not gold.
No, it is.
Oh, it
gold.
is. What have you got? I got diamonds now. I've finally been, this is why I'm down here. It's the first time I've been on the server to actually do
you can
anything.
spend those diamonds at the iron shop if you need iron.
Stam, I am not buying your iron. All you have to do is mince gravel, wash gravel. No, it's not happening.
See you later, Foxy.
All right, see you later, guys. Thanks for popping by. I'll try not to mine into your base, Beardy.
Thanks.
Although it looks like you've got a way up, right?
I do, yeah. Do you want me to make like a proper tunnel through?
Yeah, just dig through and then I'll be able to get up easily then rather than my janky stairs. Thank you. Thankfully, that Warden didn't actually do anything and I was able to finish off that tunnel boring comeback, and then I upgraded my backpack, giving me a whole bunch more space. I've even added in some stack upgrades so I can add more things in each stack, and that means I can organize it nicely and have access to everything I need. So now that I had a whole bunch of resources and a nice shiny upgraded backpack, I thought it was time to get rid of a whole bunch of the ice on top of my mountain and start to make it look nice. But before I could do that, I discovered there was a present. Well, it looks like I've been given a gift. I'm not entirely sure who it's from. It's just arrived and it's not been signed, but in here I have some dried kelp and some andesite alloy, and that kelp is going to come in very helpful for belts. Anyway, back to the future. Now, I've still no idea who that present was from, so if you've seen the other member's video who left me it, let me know in the comments. But once all of the ice was gone, I moved the chest down into the basement that I dug out below the hill, started to put it all back together again, and then had my very first official death. Stupid zombies! I'm trying to sort my base out here. Can I have my grave, please, zombie fellows? Thank you. You all suck. Don't even know how you get in here. It's all light. Where you come from? I can see on the list now that I have 1 death. This is not ideal. Now, before I started laying any grass on top of this hill, I thought it would be a good idea to get everything set up downstairs, at least a basic setup. So I added in a whole bunch of water wheels for power, shuffled a few things around, added in a floor, and made a smelter, washer, and smoking machine so that I could smelt a whole bunch of the raw ores that the tunnel borer had got me. But by the time I'd crafted all of those components, I was almost out of iron again. Except for the iron blocks, which I've got, but I'm saving those. Which meant I needed to build a tiny weeny rudimentary iron farm. And that iron farm deep down in this underground workshop has been sat there generating me a whole bunch of iron nuggets. See, this chest's nearly full. So let's get those crafted up and turned into ingots, and then I can squirrel them away in my backpack. And that's going to give me plenty of iron to be getting on with today. Now, of course, I do want to crush down all of these ores, but I want to crush them down. I don't want to just mine them with a normal pickaxe and make them drop one ore. I want to get loads. The other way I could do that is with a fortune pickaxe, but I don't have one of those. That said, my diamond pickaxe is just about dead, so I am going to need another one. However, I've not got many levels now, thanks to that death. Anyway, having all of this stuff down here doesn't tell the story of how we got all that stuff up there. With my iron farm built, it was actually time to take my tunnel bore back out, but this time, not down the mines, I needed it to get dirt. So I took my tunnel bore off to an area far, far away where it won't bother anyone, grabbed a whole bunch of dirt, and then came back to the mountain to start placing it. And I placed until I completely ran out. And as a result, the sides of the mountain do look a little bit strange, as we've got grass down there, a load of snow layers, and then this little grass hat on top, which looks a little bit odd, but we are going to have to do things to sort that out later on. So once all of this dirt was placed and I've got a nice dirt foundation rather than an ice and snow one, I was able to then just plant a whole bunch of wheat around one of the edges of it, convert my little stone animal pen into a wooden one so that the animals could spread out a bit, and then I decided it was a good idea to just throw down a very, very quick and easy spinny roundy tree farm. And this spinny roundy tree farm is incredibly simple. It's got 3 saws on the front, it's got 3 deployers on the back, and it's got 3 barrels in it. The saws will come across a tree, stop, chop it down. The tree will go into the barrel, the deployers will replace the saplings that have disappeared from the tree with new ones, and then when it gets round to around about here, it will connect with a portable storage interface underground and take everything out of this system except for the saplings. And that means all of the items come down through this funnel. That filter there stops the saplings coming through, and it all goes into this chest. And as you can see, I've got a reasonable amount of wood already. So things really are motoring for me down in my little cave. So now that I've got an absolute ton of resources, including granite, diorite, lots of andesite, loads of cobble, not many gravels and shiny things, but I've got more cobbled deep slate that I can know what to do with, it's probably about time I started working on my starter house. And I don't think there's anything else I need, although that said, I don't have much spruce wood, and that really is one of my main building materials. So I think what I'm going to have to do is switch this tree farm out for a spruce one. First of all, I need spruce saplings, which I did have. There we go. Now there is going to be a little bit of a problem turning this into a spruce tree farm, because if I get it to grow the 2x2 spruce trees, we will get an awful lot of spruce logs, but it's also going to turn all of my lovely grass into podzol, and I don't really want podzol up here, so the way I'm going to have to do this is with individual spruce trees, and I don't think we can just spam them around on the ground like this, because I'm not sure they'll grow. First of all, I need to stop the contraption, get rid of all of the saplings that already exist, then I need to change the filters on the back of the deployers, remove any saplings these deployers are already holding, and of course remove everything from the barrels. Then I can pop these spruce saplings into the barrels, get rid of the existing tree that's in the way. Now I just need to change the filter on the chutes below. There we go. Now it can place those, but hopefully we won't end up with a whole bunch of podzol, which we will, which is why I brought the blocks and I completely forgot. Oh geez. What I actually need to do is get rid of a whole bunch of the dirt round here. In fact, the easiest way to do this would be just to get rid of a couple of the deployers, and then we don't need to get rid of any of the dirt. We could just let it place all of the saplings round in a circle, and we won't get any 2x2s because it's only got one deployer to place them. There we go, problem solved. I don't need to make a mess of the grass. Well, it hasn't been long, just a few minutes, but my spruce tree farm is doing good work. We've got a stack of spruce logs already, which is fantastic. And now that we've got that, that's made me really think about food and a ladder. It'd be really handy to have a ladder to get back up to the surface. But anyway, yes, food. As much as I've got a wheat farm along here and some tomatoes that I've just planted for my pigs, I don't really have a sustainable way of getting lots of food. So I think it would make sense to build a really tiny little mini wheat farm downstairs that's fully automated. So let's go and do that, which I can't do because I've got no dirt. I've got one piece, of course. I've got 3 pods all and what? Oh, geez. I guess we build it upstairs, but I'm going to need harvesters. And harvesters are andesite alloy and iron sheet. So let's have a scrabble through my backpack and see what I can rustle together. Maybe 4 harvesters for now will be enough. Definitely going to need some chutes so that I can make a couple of industrial portable storage interfaces. And I'm going to need a windmill bearing. And this is going to be pretty much identical to what we've got going on over there. So let's first of all dig a hole in the ground that I can put my windmill bearing in and a hole next to it so that I can access it. Then I need at least 8 pieces of wool. So we'll have 4 on top like that. We're going to have 4 along the bottom like this. And then we just need to stick our mechanical rollers on there like that. They're not rollers at all, are they? They're harvesters. Don't know what I'm talking about. We'll need a barrel to store the items, and also I need to come behind this one here and throw down a portable storage interface that's going to point down into the room below. So let's pop one there facing up and then another one there facing down. Lovely. Good job. Put another piece of wool there so there's enough wool on it. This thing looks awful, but it'll do a job we need it to do. So now all I need to do is glue this entire thing together. And now if I change the rotation on this, I think counterclockwise, and click on that, it should start spinning around. Yes, it will. And if we get the size of this just right, it should be able to harvest all of the seeds that I put down on it. And there we go. My ugly little wheat farm is finished. We just need to wait for the wheat to grow, and then this will all get harvested automatically. All I need to do is connect the storage system down below, and we're all good. So let me just remove that for a second. Might as well pop some more dirt in there and get that planted as well. And then mark where I actually need to put this thing, which is just there. And if I'm careful and hop there, ow, that wasn't that careful. If I put this there, that should connect when it comes round. So now I just need to offload the items. So I'm going to start with my first double chest there, stick a chute going straight into that. And then I'm going to do a little bit like what we did with our wood chests over there, and just bring these down across here for now. Don't worry about this being an absolute mess in this workshop, because this is really just a temporary starter base and we can hide all of these things behind walls. But yes, now we've got a storage system in place, we have a fully functional food farm. Now I think it's time I actually did tidy up in here and made this area look a whole bunch nicer, because currently all of these chests and all of this ice and all of this horrible stone stuff doesn't look very nice at all. Oopsie! I got smoked by an encased van. I was just trying to put my ceiling in, and yeah, well, it all worked out well. As you can see, I've done very little other than put in some walls. I've completely blocked off everything behind there, which I now need to sort out so I can actually access things, and I'm in the middle of putting in the ceiling. We've got plenty of room in here for some basic machines and bits and bobs like that, but of course all of the chests and things still need sorting out, and I need some sort of better storage system so I don't just have absolute chest upon chest of cobblestone and cobbled deep slate. So I've still got a whole bunch of work to do, so I'm going to carry on, and while I'm carrying on, it might be a good idea for me to introduce the other members to my latest feature. Hey guys!
Hi Foxy.
Hey Foxy.
Hey you.
How you all doing?
Good. Concerned.
You're concerned?
Yeah.
Why would you be concerned? I've got something special for you all.
That is the exact reason I'm concerned.
Okay, the baby chickens, they were a bit of a disaster. I'll be honest. Didn't quite work out the way I intended, but I've put a whole bunch more time into this new thing, and I'm pretty sure you're all going to love it. It's going to go perfectly. Now,
I might want to watch it from far.
Now, up here is probably fine, but I think we should probably go to... No, this is fine. Okay.
I mean, now I'm more concerned.
I'm
hiding behind Mr.
Right.
B.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
First of all, before we start, I need everybody to take everything out of their hands, please, because I don't want this going wrong. So everyone, nice bare hands for me. Big show of bare hands. Excellent. Wonderful.
Can I have armor on?
You can have your armor on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this item on the floor.
Oh, boy.
Sulfur Cube.
It's a Sulfur Cube.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't eat people, folks.
Okay,
We're okay.
Okay. But it's not just a Sulfur Cube. It has all of the capabilities of the snapshot Sulfur Cube. So now it's a ball.
Mini games.
Yeah, it has all, and the different blocks do the different things, and it does all the stuff, and you can pick it up and put it in a bucket, and you can put it back down, and you can where'd it go? You can shear it to get your stuff back, and if you don't kill it yet, because we've got things to do, but if you kill it, it'll split into 2. It does everything, okay? So.
Awesome.
Okay.
Now, there are a couple of differences from the Java Edition version, the snapshot version, and what I've created here. The main one being that in the snapshots, it's all about how much damage you can do to it, to how far it will go. But I've thought, what if we also added in knockback and momentum into that? That would be good, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So, Stam, do you want to just give this is a medicine ball because it's got iron in it. Would you just like to give that a punch for me? Doesn't go very far, does it?
Yeah, no. Not with Stam strength, anyway.
Now, get your strongest sword out, right? Yeah, and now give it a critical hit. Run and jump. Oh.
Whoa! Where's he gone?
Right.
Oh, try again, because that didn't quite work out very... Oh dear. Oh, Stam.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, jeez.
That's concerning.
It always ends in tears.
Fortunately,
I told you.
I do have cardboard tubes, which work really well, especially if this was a wood one.
If I hit it on like an angle, maybe I can fly towards that mountain. That would actually be great.
Yeah, go for it. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, okay.
I shouldn't have enchanted my
I bug
sword.
back. What?
Oh,
Okay.
someone went.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm dead. Is there water?
No. Don't do that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Well, anyway, like I say, cardboard swords, it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's going.
Very cool.
What do you think, guys? I did better, right?
This is actually way
I'm
better.
watching it bounce into the distance right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is in rubber ball mode because it's got a log in it, so you don't have to have it go that far. You could put you could put a cobblestone in it, and it would become a football, and it's not going to go quite as far.
I mean, this is cool. It's just dangerous.
Oh, only if you use a sword by the looks of things. It seems to be perfectly fine with a cardboard tube in your hand, so I would just maybe recommend not trying to kill it with a sword.
Anyway, folks, I'm off to actually my base again, so see you later.
Oh boy, I'm so dead again.
Oh, where'd he go?
I am so
Bye-bye,
dead.
bye-bye, I'm off to my
Bye.
base.
See you later.
This is amazing, Foxy.
See, I knew someone would like it.
I mean, it is good. It's going to make for some very fun mini games.
Yeah.
But they're also a little bit dangerous once again, folks.
A bit. But not as dangerous as the baby chicken, though, right?
No.
Well, I can't believe they liked it, even though I murdered 2 of them. This is wonderful. Well, that went better than expected, and as you can see, my basement is now complete. We'll get to the Sulfur Cube in a minute. Before I do that, I just want to talk you through what's going on here. We've got a whole bunch of chests. These are all of my blocks that I actually like, and these are all of the cobblestone and cobbled deep slate blocks. Over here, we've got my little bed area with the tree farm, dropping the trees into these chests here. And to the side of that, we've got my goats with the iron farm pouring the iron out into this chest here. Just beyond that, we've got my food chest with the wheat farm pumping the wheat out into here. And then we've got the sulfur cube. Then we got my little mixing, milling and pressing station here. And then there's some shafts going under the floor, taking us over to here where we've got my washer, smoker and smelter. And that means there's a whole bunch more room in here for all of the things that we're going to need later on. But this is not my starter base. I actually want to build that up there. So that's coming very soon. Before we get to that, I just want to talk through a little bit more of this sulfur cube. So let me just grab this thing here, pop it down on the floor, and you'll see this is a full-size sulfur cube. We can duplicate them by killing them, just like you can on the Java Edition snapshots. The sulfur cubes are completely harmless, they won't hurt you at all, and when they're in this state, they can be damaged. But as soon as you give them a block, they become a ball, and then you can bounce them about and do all of the fun things that you could do, just like on the Java Edition snapshot. Now, this isn't a copy of the Java Edition snapshot. Because we're on Minecraft 1.21, I've had to code this from scratch. And that does mean I've been able to add a couple of my own little quirks to it. Perhaps by accident, or perhaps on purpose. Obviously, this thing requires knockback or damage to send it flying. And if you hit the ball at the bottom, it will bounce up. And if you hit it at the top, it will slide. And if you hit it with a sword, well, it transfers the knockback to the player. And I can also pick it up, put it in a bucket, pop it back down, and if I want more of these things, I just have to take the log out, and then I can hit it with my sword. And then once it's fully dead, it will split into 2 babies, which you can feed slime balls to make them grow up, or just wait 20 minutes. So let's just get these things sat down and put away before they run right in my base. And now I can focus on that starter base. What a time lapse! That's my starter build design done, but of course I've got to bring it into this world. And that's going to be tricky because I don't have a schematic cannon or half the materials I'm actually going to need to build it with. It of course is going to be sat up here somewhere, but I don't know exactly where or even if it's going to fit. And why have I made it look like a radar outpost? Well, if you've been watching my recent single-player Let's Play series, you'll know I had very much a Command and Conquer type theme going on with my builds. And I'm doing something similar here too. So yes, the next thing I need to do is get some schematic stuff together to see if I can actually gather the materials I need to build it. Now the cannon itself isn't going to be too difficult. The worst thing I'm going to have to do is smelt a couple of bits of stone into smooth stone and craft myself a dispenser. So there we go, that was easy, a schematic cannon. But of course a schematic cannon on its own isn't really going to do much. I need the schematics to go with it, including a schematic table. Oh, I've got to do some more smooth stuff. Oh, geez. But the schematics themselves are a little bit more tricky because I'm going to need paper and light blue dye. But paper should be pretty easy because I'm pretty sure I can make paper with all of this straw that I've been getting, or at least I'm hoping I can. Now I need tree bark, not straw. Okay, in that case, let's put the straw back in there. Grab myself a handful of logs from my tree chest and then put that in my offhand, put my axe in this hand, and now I can strip those and that will give me a whole bunch of tree bark, which I can then use to make the paper. So there we go, schematic table and paper. But that's not really helping me with the blue dye, but that's going to be easy too, because in my flowery chest, which is one, I need to label these chests. Yeah, there we go, I've got some corn flour. Let's go and stick that into my milling machine. And there we go, now we've got some blue dye, which I can combine with a bit of white dye to make light blue dye, and now I can make a couple of schematics. Wonderful. So let's pop my schematic onto there. Get the radar outpost schematic file sent over to that schematic. And yes, I will be uploading that schematic onto my Discord for my patrons and YouTube channel members. And there we go, that schematic is done. So let's go and see what it looks like in the world, and then we'll be able to determine what materials we need to build it. And wow, I thought it would take up most of this space here. So let's, I guess, throw it down around about there. And it's facing the wrong way round. So I guess we're going to have to do a reasonable amount of terraforming to make this thing fit as well. But at least we know it is going to go. And I think that's probably going to be the perfect place for it. It does overhang a bit, but that means we can have a foundation coming round with some access to our basement from there as well. So I think that's absolutely perfect. Let's go and see what materials we need. For that, I'm going to need a clipboard, and I've got the ingredients for that on me. And then all I need to do is put the schematic in the cannon, throw the clipboard in there, and that will give me a whole list of ingredients. And my goodness me, I used a lot of copycat stuff. Now, in order to have enough items in the schematic cannon for it to print it, I'm also going to need some storage for the cannon. And what I could do is just stick down a chest next to the cannon and have it feed from that. But there's no way I'm going to get enough of the items I need inside a chest, which means I'd need multiple, and that's going to be an absolute pain to carry around. So I'm thinking I need to make another backpack, and there we go. And in order to get all of those copycat things, I'm going to need a lot of zinc. And although I've got a reasonable amount, that's not going to be enough. But thankfully for me, I do have all of these ores, including a whole bunch of zinc. But in order to make the most of those ores, I'm going to need crushing wheels. So for now, I'm going to put the backpack down there next to the cannon so it's ready, and focus on some mechanical crafters. For those, I need electron tubes and brass casing. We go, half a stack of brass casing. Nice and easy. And I'm going to need, I believe, 21 of them. There we go. Now I just need somewhere to put them, and it just so happens each one of these little squares around the side of this building are 5 by 5. And hopefully that'll be enough. Yes. It will. Excellent. Right, in that case, we'll have this poking down to the bottom there, and I'm just going to make the correct shape for this, which is going to be tricky because there's no room to place anything. Let's make it look a little bit more fancy with these brass casings in the side like this, and we can even throw a button on there to activate it. But of course, now it needs power. So let's grab some cogs, some shafts, and a couple of gearboxes, smash our way through the wall behind our fan system, and let's just bring a little bit of this power from over here, and we need to take it into this bit here, ideally right in that corner. And then we could just throw a little bit of chain drive on there. Oh, and now my system's overstressed. I plugged too many things in. Oh, geez. But anyway, that will go on there to cover that up. The button would go back on there, and then we can close those, and that's ready to start making crushing wheels. I just need to add a few more water wheels, I think. And here we go. We just need to add in all of the water streams. And now that should be just about enough room to add in another 8 water wheels. And there we go. How is it still overstressed? I've got like 1 million of them. It can't be overstressed. I think I need some goggles and a stressometer to figure out what's going on here. So I guess for now, what I'm going to have to do is disconnect my mechanical crafter, craft myself a speedometer, turn that into a stressometer, and then go and plug that in somewhere so we can keep our eye on our power system. Let's just stick a little bit more chain drive there, flip that up, and then we can pop our stressometer there, but I can't read it because I've got no goggles, and in order to get goggles I need glass, and in order to get glass I need sand, and I have no sand at all. Now I could crush gravel into sand, but of course I don't have any crushing wheels, so I can't crush gravel into sand. Mr. Beardstone! 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 Ah, there you are.
Ah!
Good morning.
That was unexpected.
It was unexpected?
Well, I just pressed the lift button.
Oh. Do you have any sand, sir?
No. I don't know.
Do you have any glass?
Very small, limited, tiny amounts.
Do you have a crushing
You just
wheel?
need it for... No, but have you been to town recently?
No.
Follow me, sir. Follow me.
Oh, you've vanished, sir.
No, I'm still here.
No, you're below me now. I've fallen. Mr. Beardstone! I landed on the ladder. It's all right. I got this. I'm going up.
I don't know what floor he's on. He's around here somewhere.
It's all right. I'm on the ladder, sir. I'm above you.
Oh, okay. Get ready. Jump.
I'm on. Oh, that was terrifying.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, that was... Yeah. There's not a door here.
No.
You just kind of walked off.
Yeah, you can't shift and crouch on that. You just slide out. Okay. So town, you say? Yeah.
Yes. Town. This way. Follow me, sir.
Whee! Here I am.
In here.
Yeah.
This is the community workshop.
Oh.
Look.
A community. Oh, that's handy. That's not going to get me sand, though, is it?
No, but this is.
Oh, fancy. I have brought a little bit of gravel with me. I'll throw that in there.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
There's a whole bunch of machines everywhere in here, Foxy, for anyone to use.
Oh, well, if only I'd have known, sir. If only I'd have known. Well, that was useful. Mr. Beardstone showing me all of the things at the spawn workshop. was very helpful. Now I've got a whole bunch of sand and glass, and that means I can actually make myself those goggles, which I'm then going to pop onto my head so that I can see what I'm doing. And that means when I look at this, I can see that I've got like 4,000 stress capacity left. Okay, but if I plug this in, it overstresses. Does it tell me how much it's overstressed by? -6, that can't use 10,000 SU. I refuse to believe it. Each one of these uses 500, and there are 21, so yeah, oh geez, 10,000 SU? I'm gonna need a lot more water wheels. Now I could do steam power, but I've got no lava yet, and well, water wheels are cheap. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of them. Seems I've got the wood and the supplies to do it. And I'm going to get digging through that wall and add a whole bunch more in. And there we go. We now have 64 water wheels all joined together, giving me a pathetic 32,000 stress units. I could have sworn water wheels did more. Anyway, crushing wheels. There's a couple of things I need to do before I start putting the ingredients in there, and one of those is to connect all of the different things at the back together, which means the other thing I need to do is to smash through this wall that's behind the mechanical crafters. And in order to make this look a bit nicer, I think I'm going to push the whole thing back into the wall a little bit as well. Just like that. That looks a lot better. Now what I need to do is link them together around the back, and what we're going to do is link all of these outside ones like so, and then we'll leave the others in the middle just like that. That makes putting in the ingredients a whole bunch easier because all I have to do is click the outside with that, click the inside I think with wood individually, and then I put the stone in the middle and off it goes. There we go. 2 crushing wheels. Perfect. And there we go. We now have crushing wheels attached to our base. I wasn't sure we'd have enough power to power them, but it looks like we just about have. And looking over at our stressometer, we have very little power left. Just 7,600 stress units. Anyway, now that I've got those, that means I can get all of these raw ores crushed. So let's start with the zinc. Let's throw a stack of those into there. They're going to get crushed down, and then they'll go in here as crushed raw ore. And I'll get more than one back for each one. Now with that, you might think, what are you going to do, Foxy? Are you going to put that in the smelter and smelt them? Absolutely not. No, the next step is to wash them, because by washing them, not only do you get the same amount of metal back, but you also get little presents as well. Look, gunpowder, which is very important for my cannon. Well, that didn't take long, and now I've got an incredible number of shinies of all of the different types. So hopefully that'll be enough for me to do all of the crafting I need to do. I've done it! We now have all of the materials I need. I did need to upgrade this backpack a little bit in order to squeeze all of that in there, but everything is ticked off the list except for this wax oxidized copper lantern, which I never used. This is another issue with create schematics and hanging wall lanterns from amendment. Whenever you have one of these in a schematic, it just becomes something completely different in the materials list. So, yeah, I need to add those manually once this is done. But that means that we can take the cannon and the backpack and go and bring my brand new starter base into the world. So let's pop the cannon down over here, stick the backpack next to it, just check the schematic is where I want it. And I think that looks just about right. I might just move it a couple more blocks that way, just so it's not interfering with my farm. And that gives me plenty of space behind it for other things as well. I think that's absolutely perfect. Let's grab some of that gunpowder now I've got a whole bunch of it and get this thing built. And here it is. Very, very nearly finished, at least externally. The only thing I need to do is tilt the satellite dish. And in order to do that, I'm just going to hop up these ladders that are on the inside. And then I need to come over to this mechanical bearing, make sure that's on only place when anchor destroyed. And I want to set that to probably around about 20 degrees. And then when I flip that, there we go. We now have an angled satellite dish pointing up to the sky, and that looks amazing. Now, of course, I'd actually like to get the satellite dish turning on top of this thing, as in spinning round, scanning the area. But unfortunately, if I'm going to have it tilted, that's impossible. But later on, what I might do is bring a shaft up here instead of that, and instead of having the mechanical bearing tilted, I'll just have that spinning round horizontally. But if I do that, it will end up being flat like this, but I don't think that'll matter. I just might have to make it stand up a bit, otherwise it's going to crash into all of my other things I've got on the roof. But for now, absolutely it's going to be like that. And that means that I'm finished with the external part of this building. But I'm not finished externally, of course. Of course, it needs to have the foundation come down to meet with the actual surface of the mountain, so half of the building isn't floating. And of course, I'm going to need an interior in here as well. And so I got to work. But I was soon distracted as a couple of visitors popped by.
What in the world is this?
What are you referring to, sir?
I know you said you were building something, but...
Yeah, I've been busy.
Yeah, I was only gone for like a couple of hours.
Yeah, well, that's what schematic cannons can do for you, my friend.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm just having a little nose around. This is a big old building.
Yeah, there's nothing inside yet. I'm just actually crafting up, Mr. Beardstone, some railings. So that I've crafted up way too many, so that it's a bit more safe.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought what I'm going to do, my plan for the inside is I want to...
One sec, sorry, I've just seen Stam sneaking over to my base.
Oh, no.
You know what he's like, he nicks stuff.
He does. He's a thief, Mr. Beardstone. That's why I'm building buildings that you can't
fortress.
get into. Yeah. Oh, what's he got in his
coming,
pockets?
Foxy.
Oh, no.
He's coming.
Oh, no.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
This is a negative thing. Oh, hey.
Hey, Stam.
Hey. What are your plans,
How you doing?
Foxy?
Pardon?
What are your plans?
Not long after Stam arrived, we got a bit distracted, which meant heading over to the spawn area where Beardy gave us some top tips on how to use the chain conveyors.
Don't change items while you're on the really high bits because you fall off.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Just an observation.
Yeah, you noticed that a
observation.
couple of times yourself, have you?
I have noticed it on more than one occasion, yes.
Yeah, I thought you might have done. Sounds like a Beardy thing to do. Oh, I'm hungry.
Yes. That is actually exactly what happened.
With the distractions aside, Mr. Beardstone and I went back up to my base in order to discuss my secret plans for the next episode.
Right, anyway,
back.
Stam's got...
Oh, jeez.
Oh, for God's sake.
Don't mind me. I'm just a repairman.
What,
just
you
a
putting my
repairman.
chain conveyor in?
Yep.
Yay! Anyway.
Oh.
Sorry, don't mind me. Don't mind me. Continue.
So Beardy, my plans, before we were rudely interrupted, are basically to have a big old map wall in here. Ideally with the player markers on it, so I can see where everyone is in the spawn area. But in order to do that, I'm going to need a jetpack.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to need a Elytra.
Oh, we do. We need an Elytra.
Yeah.
Or an Elytra.
So don't look at Stam, but I think tomorrow morning, mission to the end, yeah?
Yes. Okay, cool. No, wait, so we're not supposed to go to the end yet.
That'll be all right. Shh. I've got a plan. The dragon will not be interfered with at all.
Okay, then we're probably okay, as long as no one else knows.
Yeah, as long as no one else knows and meets us there and accidentally comes with us.
Okay, cool. See you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning? 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Sound good?
Sound perfect.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
See you later, Beardy.
I think Stam's coming too.
Can I join, actually?
Yes, Stam.
With the three of us now primed for a secret end raiding mission, I checked over the work Stan was doing, installing my new chain conveyor transport system.
Oh, look at this.
I like
Wow,
it.
fancy. Thanks,
I removed your
Stan.
railing, though.
That's all right.
I hope that's fine.
I mean, if you put it a block...
Oh, who did that?
Beardy, who do you
That was
think?
Beardy, wasn't it?
If you put it a block higher, Stan, you won't need to get rid of my railing.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Beardy. Anyway, distractions aside, the starter base is nearly done externally at least. We've got the railings around the outside, I've added these little girdery bits on the side to add some decoration and some lighting, and I've even started to dig out underneath here so that I can get access. Oh, geez, it's full of mobs, of course it is. So that I can get access to my basement nice and easily. But unfortunately, the rest of this is going to have to wait for the next episode, as well as that very exciting secret trip to the end. That's gonna be very exciting.